Mavericks and stuff. I mean, they just unleash all of those right there. And you know I'm watching that right there. They got Courage the Cowardly Dog. They got Powerpuff Girls on there. They got Dexter's Laboratory. I mean, they putting the classics on Netflix right now, and they're coming up with all the different. They even got some good BBC shows for those of you that are into the British shows. You know, the BBC network. They even have a few British shows on there that's top notch right now. And now Netflix is saying that they plan, and we're gonna talk more about this coming up because you know a break is coming up in a little bit. So you know, I mean, I can't get too deep into this thing right now. But Netflix said that they are going to double their content next year. So as of next year, so whatever you see on Netflix right now, paltry. That's nothing. Netflix is saying they're going to double their content next year. We're going to talk more about that as we come into the break, as we come from the break coming up. We're going to talk more about that, what the Netflix CEO said, that they have a long-awaited, and this also includes, you know, this also includes one series that people have been talking about, and I'm not talking House of Cards. I'm not talking about that. We're going to talk about that series when we come back. This is a hotly anticipated series that everyone has been talking about, critically acclaimed, that they wanted Netflix to bring back. And Netflix is finally getting ready to unleash it. You know, now what that series is, well, you're just going to have to stay tuned. And right after the break, when we come back, we're going to talk about this new series and the fact that Netflix plans to double their content by next year. I mean, whew, stay tuned.
ShockwaveSound.com. Preview. ShockwaveSound.com. Preview.
All right, we are back. I know you've been enjoying that music right there, royalty free. Oh yeah, but we got to get back into it. Our last segment here on Tech Pulse. We got to end it strong, and we're talking about Netflix, who has promised that they are going to double their original content. Plans to double its original content output next year. Now, just a few days away from the long-awaited, this has been long-awaited season of Arrested Development. Now, you know Netflix came out with House of Cards, but Arrested Development has been the series that many people have been longing for Netflix to bring back. And the long-awaited fourth season of Arrested Development, one of the most high-profile Netflix original series, is to be released. The man behind the company original content strategy. Just sat down with one of the Hollywood reporters to talk about the Netflix strategy and what you can expect in the coming years in terms of new material. And when asked what phase 2 of its original strategy would look like, the Netflix CEO, he said that it's feasible that we would double the load that we did this year, double it. Given that there are at least 5 shows lined up for this year, it's conceivable that we'll see Netflix hit double digits on its original series content next year. They have about 5. They have House of Cards, they have Arrested Development, and they have 3 more that they have in development right now slated to come out this year, original series. And they're saying that they're going to double that, so you're going to get up to 10 original content, not just stuff they're getting out, original Netflix content, and one of them is going to be the next season of Arrested Development. Now, given that there are those 5 shows, we're gonna see now he said at least double. So we don't know if it's just gonna be 10. You might see 14. You might see you might see in the teens of shows that they have coming up next year. And I'm not clear what those new shows will be. But the CEO did say that the company wanted to get into both the adult contemporary sci-fi division. They want to get, not like cartoons and stuff like that, but they want to get into some adult sci-fi situations, which we'll be doing with a series that they have called Sense8. It's from the creators of The Matrix. As well as a tween horror, along with on the lines of the CW network type stuff. So we know that Netflix is looking to get the sci-fi audience out there. But now, as for Arrested Development release, the CEO managed to throw a little more fire on the ongoing conversation about whether or not it will be back for a 5th season. And he said, we would love to do more, and we have a deal in place that says that there could be a 5th season of Arrested Development. So those of you that's been like, when that show came on network and they canceled it, it had garnered a cult following. And Netflix says, you know what? We're not going to disappoint. So that's what Netflix is up to. I'm telling you, man, these people, they are here. And they're delivering the content, Netflix. So if you don't have Netflix, man, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out on some of the greatest programming that's out there. Forget cable, man. Netflix has what you need to be a cord cutter. Now, let's end. Go ahead.
Netflix and Pulsey Media, MyOccasionsLive. That's all you need.
That's all you need. That's all you need right there, man. Netflix and MyOccasionsLive, Pulsey Media with DML on there. I mean, you don't need cable. Forget about that. You know what I'm saying? You want cutting edge programming? You have getting in on the ground floor here at Pulse E Media. Now, for those of you, we're going to head back into some gaming news here real quick. We're going to end the day with some gaming news because we went all around town, man. We talked about all kind of tech. But for those of you that love the Need for Speed series, Need for Speed Rivals have been announced for Xbox One and PS4. That's right, Need for Speed Rivals. They're saying that Electronic Arts has announced today that they're going to release Need for Speed Rivals for Xbox One and PS4. The Need for Speed Rivals will be rolled out on PC, PS3, Xbox 360 first on November 19th. They're going to be on the older system first, and then they're going to bust out on the PS4. Now, and the Xbox One, you can play either as a cop or a racer. After that, cops chase racers, racers evade cops. Pretty simple. That's the Need for Speed mantra. When you're in Need for Speed, if you're a cop, you got to catch the bad guy, set up road strips, call in your helicopter buddies. If you're an outlaw vigilante like me, you're going to be on the side where you're running against the law, and then you got to weave through all of that. That's the pretty simple premises of Need for Speed, and definitely is going to be adrenaline filled. Now, this game comes with All Drive, a new online feature that allows players to seamlessly transition between playing with their friends and playing alone. So you playing, you know, say you're on that road. You're like, man, you know what I'm saying? It would be good if my buddy could be right here racing to help me evade these cars. Boom! EA said that they're going to make it to where you can just drop into an online world right there. Not, you know, pause, all of this stuff, come back later.
The next one.
Yeah, no, after the race, after you caught by the cops and in jail, then you go online. Nah, you, as you're racing, you can online race right there. Or if you're online racing, say, man, I'm tired of playing with these freaks. Boom! You back into single mode, on home by yourself. I'm telling you, man, this new Need for Speed Rivals, this is one good game right there, man. Need for Speed Rivals. Now, it's built with the Frostbite 3 engine. So this should be pretty sweet. You know, and that's the Battlefield 4. If any of you know Battlefield 4, that's the Battlefield 4 graphics engine right there. So you know you're getting top of the line graphics right there. I mean, we just got to wait and see when November comes. That we gotta wait and see what how this thing look. Not November, sorry. We gotta wait when E3, which is just a couple of weeks away. We gotta wait and see if this thing really delivers and how it looks graphic wise and so forth. Whew. And they're probably gonna release a video of it, you know, online, YouTube or something like that. But I'm telling you right now, just hold your hands out for Need for Speed Rivals. And on the heels of that, Bungie, the creators of Halo, everybody knows Bungie. You know that. Bungie decided after their last their last Halo game that they made that they weren't making Halo anymore, and Microsoft had to take that over and do what they were going to do. Bungie moved on to different things. Well, you know that they have been working on a game called Destiny. And anybody who's a Bungie fan like me, you know when that game comes out, this thing is scheduled for release in 2014 for, you know what I'm saying, the both Xbox and PlayStation. And hopefully, you know, they're making these things definitely for the next generation console. Now, Destiny is a new first-person shooter, and the game has been scheduled for release, like I said, in 2014. They didn't say when in 2014, but it's going to be compatible with the new consoles as well as the old ones. Now, they didn't give any details about storyline or anything like that, or worldwide gameplay reveal. Will be scheduled for E3. At Sony's E3 press conference, they're going to announce what Bungie or this game, and we're gonna see how it looks and what's happening with this new game, Destiny. This, I mean, to me, Bungie with the Halo series, at first when the first Halo came out, I wasn't really a big fan, but as the story started to progress with Halo 2, I felt that Halo 1 was a bit long in terms of it was just repetitive, wave after wave of mindless, useless enemies that didn't really reach the goal that I was, you know, it didn't really give you that sense of satisfaction. They cleaned that up in Halo 2, made the gameplay a lot more streamlined, a lot more story-centric in Halo 2. And then in Halo 3, they really brought it home. Now, the Halo Reach and Halo ODST, those series, just different angles of Halo. I mean, they were okay. You played as different soldiers and different angles to the story. They were all right. They were fillers to Halo 4, which was Bungie's last, which was the last effort in the Halo series. Now, Bungie definitely now moved on from Halo, and they want to show that they can come up with a game that's not Halo, but yet with the same innovation. The same things they brought to Halo that increased the industry is the same things they're looking to bring here with Destiny. So we got to see, is this just going to be another Halo clone? You can tell it's Halo just in a different location. We're going to see how creative Bungie can be. And this is going to really, these type of killer apps is what I'm talking about